The high schoolers instantly quieted down, and noticing this feature, Jianyu became the magnet master, knocking on the luggage rack and drawing everyone to the back. Meanwhile, Mo seized the opportunity to open the glass door as the train exited the tunnel. Everyone sprinted from the carriage like lightning. After this, they knew continuing head-on would lead to death by exhaustion, if not zombies. Jianyu decided to leverage the visual advantage to break through to the next carriage, grabbing Brother Ma's phone to call himself. As the train entered the tunnel, the three sneaked into the carriage. Jianyu tossed Brother Ma's phone behind him and then called Brother Ma's number. As the phone rang, all the zombies were suddenly drawn away, and the group sneaked out of the carriage, guided by the position Mo provided. They reached the designated restroom. Seeing Mo breathed relief. Mo grinned at his wife. Seeing his carefree demeanor, Mo couldn't help but give him a few playful punches. Deep down, she knew he was just trying to boost her confidence with the optimism. Jianyu, relieved to see his daughter safe, smiled. As the train exited the tunnel, the three hid in the opposite restroom. Now, the challenge was reaching safe carriage 15. Jianyu found on the map the next tunnel would take at least 2 minutes. This was the perfect opportunity to zip through carriage 14. Little Zhai excitingly shared this great news with Xiaoye in carriage 15. However, when Xiaoye shared this good news with the other passengers, instead of breathing a sigh of relief, they freaked out about the newcomers. Especially the selfish Jin Changwu, who worried about catching the zombie bug, vehemently opposed letting them in, leaving Xiaoye stunned by human indifference once again. In the face of Jin Changwu's hysterical tirade, the carriage fell silent again. No matter how earnestly Xiaoye pleaded, they remained unmoved. While the train entered the tunnel, the unaware group thought the zombies had lost their sight. The zombies blocked the exit, leaving no escape. The sole path was the overhead luggage rack, with Jianyu and Brother Mo in the lead. Others followed, overcoming fear and staying silent. We're nearly halfway. Jianyu threw a luggage bag behind them, successfully distracting all the infected ones, and they took the chance to slide down from the luggage rack. Just when they thought they could make a clean getaway, a tango with a vagrant behind them caused him to crash to the ground. That alerted the infected, who all turned to take a peek. Seeing this, Jianyu hurried to help, but as he reached the vagrant, sunlight shone like an unstoppable beam. Luckily, they avoided the zombies' gaze in time, but it was only a matter of time before being spotted. Jianyu gestured to the vagrant, telling him to charge forward when he counted to 3. Although the distance was short, the zombies couldn't catch up. Just as the vagrant moved, another incident struck. He was invited in by an infected at the very wrong moment. Zombies behind crowded at the door. Mo struggled to fend them off, while Little Zhai found the unlocked glass door stuck shut. Desperately, he slapped the glass door, shouting Xiaoye's name, yet it stayed eerily silent. He then called her immediately. He wanted to get the scoop, but little did he know that the folks behind the door had it just as bad. They were keeping the outsiders out like batlings. They also had Xiaoye under control, and Jin Changwu even stomped on her phone. At this moment, nothing was scarier than the zombies behind them, so Jianyu rushed over to help as Brother Ma's gap grew wider. Despite his desperate bat swinging, he failed to keep the door closed as it slowly opened. While Little Zhai smashed glass, Brother Mo was barely holding on. Worse still, a zombie suddenly rose and bit Brother Ma's hand. Jianyu promptly knocked it away, but blood oozed from the wound. At this point, he was completely drained, only holding on by sheer willpower. Little Zhai finally smashed the glass door with a flurry of wild hits, but he was still a beat too late, getting stuck outside with Jin Changwu. Jin Changwu pushed against the glass door with all his might while the others rushed to assist him. The train door started to close, but visible cracks began to appear in the glass. Brother Ma's stamina was almost maxed out, but for his wife, he fought on with all he had. However, he had already been infected himself, so he had no choice but to entrust the crucial task of protecting his wife to Jianyu. Get going, you bastard. Just leave. Hurry. Things are getting bad ahead. Just go and take care of our son Jing. I am going to help you. Go now. Yin Shang, we don't have time for our daughter either. Got it? After giving our baby girl a name. Brother Mo flashed his signature smile again, using his last bit of sanity to hold the passage for his wife. Although his body was completely depleted, he unleashed incredible strength, guarding his family's last line of defense like a warrior. Time waits for no man. Ma's body mutated, his consciousness faded. Reluctant, he was overwhelmed by the zombie horde. Jianyu managed to break through the glass door just in time. When he turned back to pull Xiao and Mo Xiao in, he was surprised to see the old lady ready to make a sacrifice. The old lady had received so much care along the way, filled with gratitude. She wanted to leave hope for Jianyu and the others. There was no hint of fear in her eyes, only reluctance for her sister, and it was those few precious seconds she delayed that allowed Jianyu to close the door just before the zombies pounced. "You lunatic, can I get in?" "You madman, get out of the way." In an attempt to create panic, he manipulated the crowd to expel Jianyu and the others from the carriage.